are Suey's. They are this week, and they are concluding today, and they are our Oscars. And so we've got Best Revelation right here for you over the course of the last year on our show. What has been the best revelation? Let's find out together.
And now, the Suey nominees for Best Revelation. Joe Buck went to the bathroom during a touchdown call.
Well, it was at County Stadium in Milwaukee, and the half just would not end, and I was dying, and we were out of commercial breaks, and the bathroom was literally, you had to be like an Olympic athlete to get to the bathroom in time, and so I kicked the stage manager out of the booth, this young girl, and I said, I'm going to keel over here, and they brought me a trash can. Then I got stage fright. Then the commercial break was ending, which was only 30 seconds. Then play resumed. Then I resumed, and as I was relieving myself, Brett Favre threw a touchdown to Sterling Sharp, and I called the touchdown while peeing in a trash can.
Wow. Wait a minute. It is said that you can't pee and sneeze at the same time. Were you able to continue the stream while the enthusiasm went up for the touchdown call?
Let me tell you, it's one of the greatest physical achievements of my life.
Adam West has a Batman in his mouth.
Do you have a Batman in your mouth?
Where?
Isn't one of your teeth? Isn't it emblazoned with the Batman logo?
Yes, I have a tooth that the lab put a Batman logo on it. It was a prank.
What do you mean it was a prank? The dentist did it without you knowing?
Yes.
You gotta sue him.
Pranked with a bat on my tooth.
You gotta sue him for that. What do you mean it was a prank? What the hell's he doing?
I don't know, but it was kind of fun.
Greg Cody, PFPI GALA Revelation.
Greg Cody of the Miami Herald does an annual gala. It's at his house. He wears a suit. He's the only one wearing a suit. There are how many people there every year? 6 people.
This was our 13th annual gala of the modern era. And we came back in 2004 after laying dormant for about 3 decades, having started in 1969.
What are the names of the 6 teams at this alleged gala?
Mom's Maniacs.
Of course.
Chris's Critters. Dick's Rough Riders.
Wow. That's your brother Dick.
Whoa. Greg's Lobos. Mike's Chickens. And Christie's Ferraris. Don't you dare.
Greg Cody's wearing a suit. He's handing over a trophy to a family of 5 other people who don't want his trophy, don't want him driving.
He's just now realizing all that.
Dawned on him how stupid all this is. Revelation to him. Revelation to Cody how stupid it all is.
Mike Ryan reveals he has a shy bladder.
I was at a University of Miami, Florida State game, and there was an enormous line for the bathroom. It was taking a little bit. It must have taken like 7 seconds, but I was feeling the pressure because I know how long I was standing in that line, and I faked it. And I flushed, and I ran out of there with shame. Yeah.
What?
It was I didn't know what was happening.
Wait a minute. Shy bladder syndrome is something that can go and come like that. Like it's a stage fright situation. That's not always there. It's unpredictable.
It's actually happened to me a couple times on a boat. Like, oh, just go off the props. I'm like, no, but everyone can see my wiener. No.
Cole Beasley dominated Des Bryant in horse.
I tell you what, Des has gotten the worst end of the basketball thing. Not thinking a white guy can play.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell us the story.
It was camp probably 2 years ago, and everybody was playing horse, and I swear me and Des stayed out there for like 3 hours shooting because I kept winning, and he wanted to beat me so bad.
Mike Golick Jr. officially retires from the NFL.
I am officially announcing my retirement from the National Football League.
Wow.
Drake's dad pick up money off the floor at the strip club with Drake.
I have been in the strip club with him, and I have walked out of that strip club looking like, the Michelin Tire Man.
I do know
because I had so much money around my waist.
Okay.
I wasn't throwing it away. I wasn't going to throw it away.
So you were taking all the money and just stuffing it into your own clothing?
That's right.
Great story. That is great. So wait a minute. Were you picking
No,
up?
wait. I did throw about $25 out.
Okay. You threw $25 out. How much did you stuff into your clothing?
When I got home and counted it, I must have had like maybe 8,000.
James Johnson's Derrick Rose revelation.
True or false, Derrick Rose thinks hotels are haunted and thinks it so much that he stayed in a room with you one night because he was afraid of ghosts.
True. OKC. OKC Hotel, the Skirvin Hotel. That's true. We was just coming back from dinner, and I was walking with him to his room to grab something out of his room. And when we got there, all his stuff was flipped upside down, the bed, the couches, the chair in there. And he immediately turned white and took off running.
People used to do that to Patrick Ewing all the time. You guys were bleeping with Derrick Rose. Which one of your teammates did that?
No, to this day, we still don't know it.
Oh.
And we don't get it because I was the rookie then. He wasn't the rookie. It was his second year. So I was the rookie. Taj Gibson was a rookie. So we thought they were going to do that to our room. And he stayed on my bed. I was on the floor. I slept on the floor that night. And
Wait a minute.
Wait, he got the bed?
Wait a minute. What?
What?
like I said, that's Derrick Rose, and he was starting and playing all the minutes, and I'm a rookie not playing no minutes. He can have the bed.
All right, James, today, though, this year, you're sleeping on the bed.
That's
Derrick
right.
Rose is sleeping on the floor.
That's right.
James.
I appreciate that.
Joe Thomas admits he cries when he watches The Bachelor.
The most embarrassing one, thankfully, nobody's in my living room on Monday nights when I watch The Bachelor because I break down in tears nearly every night that we watch The Bachelor.
Joe.
I just can't get enough of the sappy romantic reality shows, and they just bring me to my knees.
Tim Kurkjian ended up in a bathtub after 5 beers.
When I covered the Orioles, we went out to the lodge one night after a game, and I literally woke up in the bathtub the next day. I knew I was in the bathtub. I didn't fall in there. It was just the only place I could go, knowing I was going to throw up every 5 seconds. So that was in 1986. I haven't even been close to that since. I'm not sure I was ever close to that before. The lodge did me in.
That night that you ended up in the bathtub, 2 beers?
5.
Michael Strahan reveals a prank Sean O'Hara pulled on Eli Manning.
I think the best thing is Eli getting pranked by Sean O'Hara, who's our center, when Sean cut the crotch out of his pants, and Eli went down there to get the ball. And he had Sean's little friend sitting on his hand.
What? Whoa, keep going, Michael.
Wait a minute. When was this? When was...
And that's why they make hand sanitizer, people.
Stugatz reveal he worked out next to actor Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong was in the gym with me. He was. Ken Jeong. He was doing the treadmill. I was doing the elliptical. And I only went on the elliptical to try to spark up a conversation with Ken Jeong. It's the saddest thing I've ever heard. It's true.
Jemele Hill and her friends have nicknames for their ex-boyfriends.
One of my really good friends, she actually is a senior writer at the Undefeated, Kelly Carter. We have nicknamed all of her bad man choices, and she's nicknamed all of mine. And so when we don't even call them by their first names, we'll be like, hey, yo, Glazed Donut said this. Did you hear what happened to him? And that really is somebody's nickname. Long story, can't tell it on your show. Otherwise, we all getting fired.
Well, I can imagine. Yeah, I imagine before. You didn't even need to say that. I imagined before. Glazed Donut. Oh, my God.
Tim Kurkjian, shoe revelation.
For my entire life, I've worn my shoes virtually at all times other than in bed and in the shower and in a pool or the ocean. My shoes are always on. Never take them off.
Wow.
Stugatz reveals he met the Kardashians.
I met Rob.
No.
I did.
You've met Rob Kardashian.
Remember I went to California last year with my family? We were...
You were hanging out with Rob Kardashian?
I was waiting with my daughter outside his house, and he just happened to come out.
Wait a minute. Wait.
We were walking the dog.
Whose dog?
My wife's cousin's dog.
Okay, I'm on it. So, did you see Rob or you met Rob?
I said hello to Rob.
Did he say hello back?
No.
It's not a meeting.
That's not a meeting.
I also hid a couple of houses away and waited for Kylie Jenner to come out of her house.
Kylie or Kendall? Or can you tell?
I think it was who's dating Tyga?
Jim Harbaugh, Halloween strategy revelation.
You can get a lot of candy by going out there and walking from house to house, but you can get a lot more by jogging from house to house. And if you can if you can sprint, then you'll get the most candy.
Right. But okay, so do they train? Do your kids train for Halloween?
We get prepared, and that's the strategy: is to run, go as long as we can, as fast as we can, and the strategy of having a second costume ready. Once you've hit every house in the neighborhood,
Excellent, yes.
you want to come home, you want to change into a secondary costume and go back and hit all the houses again.
Excellent.
Michael Holley, Bill Belichick revelation.
Belichick's got a weird sense of humor, too. I remember one time, the very serious, very taciturn Bill Belichick, he's in his office, and I'm thinking he's going deep dive on some team. He's breaking down film, and I thought I heard a giggle. So, okay, what's he doing? I get a little closer, and the giggle becomes a laugh, and he's in there listening to the Jerky Boys.
Hey, Belichick is listening to the Jerky Boys. All right.
Jerky Boys. And he's crying. He's crying, laughing over Saul
at the Jerky Boys prank calls?
At prank calls, yes.
Kathy PETRAS, Dr. Seuss revelation.
Dr. Seuss? It was really supposed to be Dr. Seuss. And,
what?
Yeah, is that weird? It's Dr. Seuss that you read as a little kid.
What?
But he ended up going along with the public. That's another case. Everybody said it's Seuss, so he thought, okay, the hell with it. I'll call it Dr. Seuss, too.
Really? That's
Yeah, but it was Dr. Seuss. His mom's maiden name was Seuss, and that's what he named it after.
Vincent TROCHECK, JAGR revelation.
Did you guys tease him at all about that whole extortion attempt that happened where some young woman was saying she was going to expose him and send pictures out of him? Oh, we got something here.
I thought it was hilarious.
So what did you guys say to him? Like, what does one say to Jaromir Jagr in that circumstance?
Whenever it first came out, we didn't think it was real. We thought, someone maybe photoshopped it or something. So, Yogs, what are you doing with this girl here? He's like, what do you mean? What am I doing? We're like, do you got pay her or what? What's going on? He's like, no, what do you mean am I going to pay her? He's like, she wants to put out a picture. Go ahead, put out a picture. I look good.
Greg Cody, it's pork butt all the time.
The cut of meat, when I make pulled pork, slow cook a pork roast to make pulled pork, the cut of meat I use is called the Boston butt. So it's a delicacy. I eat butt all the time.
Mile High revelations. David Hasselhoff.
Are you in the Mile High Club?
Who isn't?
Exactly. Okay, there you go.
Siri.
Have you been in the Mile High Club?
We do not tell.
Okay.
Brian Cranston.
Have you ever been in the Mile High Club?
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I got to tell you, it was one of the most difficult things you can do.
Yeah.
And because you're so uncomfortable, it takes tremendous concentration.
PJ Carlissimo.
PJ, what year was it when you joined the Mile High Club?
Boy, long time ago.
Wow!
Yes,
PJ!
Long time ago. I'm approaching senility. I may not even be remembering correctly.
Tony Dungy.
Do you know what the Mile High Club is?
I've never heard of it.
Okay. This is now going to be problematic and awkward, but okay. The Mile High Club is making love to a significant other in an airplane a mile above the earth. Stugatz is hiding under the desk. Thank you. You're no help. There are a lot of people assuming that you're not in this club, and I think that they're, unfairly smearing repressions upon the religious. I think that you might be. So.
In an airplane, no, I'd have to say I'm not in that club.
All right.
Kim Kirshen.
Oh.
Hey, Tom, are you a member of the Mile High Club?
No, absolutely not. I have trouble on sea level, believe me.